Man, even in defeat, they still can't give the Philadelphia Eagles the true credit they deserve. And stick around because you know I created another song, another victory song for the Philadelphia Eagles. But look at this tweet from Nick. Well, for the first time in 3 glorious years, there were some doubts. Credit to the Eagles. He did give some credit for one of the single most impressive start to finish Super Bowls of all time. That is flowers. That is flowers. But keep reading. KC on the doorstep of history played its worst game in 5 years. Devastating. The Philadelphia Eagles caused the Kansas City Chiefs to have their worst game. Patrick Mahomes was out there seeing ghosts. He was getting drilled. And no, it wasn't just because of the weak O-line. That was the Eagles' D-line. That was Jalen Carter just being a monster. That was everyone just getting after him. That D-line was putting on so much pressure. Not to mention the Philadelphia Eagles offense was unstoppable. Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl winning MVP, Super Bowl winning MVP, Jalen Hurts. You know, that quarterback that you all said was not that good. Nick Wright saying, oh, the Kansas City Chiefs will definitely put up 30. Nah, only one team put up 30 plus, and that was the Philadelphia Eagles. At one point, the game was 34-0. 34-0. You know I'm going to break down all these clips all day today, all week. But I had to get a clip out early. I had to get this clip out. I saw that he posted this, and I was like, all right, I got to talk about this. I absolutely got to talk about this. I mean, I was listening to Khan's, podcast with John Middlecoff. Even that, they're talking more about the Kansas City Chiefs and the O-line and this and that. And it's like, bro, this was about the Philadelphia Eagles. This was about Kellen Moore calling a gem of a game. This was about Fangio calling a gem of a game. This was about Sirianni having this Philadelphia Eagles team ready to play. Kansas City Chiefs weren't. They looked shook from the jump. They were stunned that they couldn't do nothing on offense. Nothing. The Philadelphia Eagles defense was swarming. Bond with the interception. Cooper DeJean with the interception. Pick six. Patrick Mahomes throwing not one, but 2 interceptions and a fumble. 3 turnovers. Nick Wright said that Patrick Mahomes was going to play a perfect game. And when I pushed back, I know Patrick Mahomes is going to play perfect. And I said, guys, why are we acting like Patrick Mahomes, doesn't play well in Super Bowls? And everyone ripped me. Dude, the guy now has 7 interceptions in 5 Super Bowls. That's pretty wild. That's a lot of interceptions. He has 10 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. And the 1 touchdown was because of the Eagles weren't even tried at that point. Both touchdowns, Eagles weren't even tried. You realize the dude could have the same number of interceptions as touchdowns as he has in the Super Bowl. I mean, like, I'll go 1-to-1 ratio. I mean, come on, man. It's just crazy at this point. It really is. It's just crazy. And again, that was all the Philadelphia Eagles defense. Did you see any other quarterback play this great in the Super Bowl? Or any other team, really, for that matter? In recent memory, you realize what the Philadelphia Eagles did against the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, the team that Nick Wright himself said that this is one of the best, if not the greatest teams in NFL history, a dynasty. The Philadelphia Eagles just beat the brakes off of that team. They just dominated the Kansas City Chiefs, the team that everyone said is the greatest team ever, this 3-peat, destined team. Then what does that make the Philadelphia Eagles? Tell me. If the Kansas City Chiefs were one of the greatest teams in the history of the NFL, then what does that make the Philadelphia Eagles? Tell me. And the fact that the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Kansas City Chiefs better than the Kansas City Chiefs ever beat another team. What does that make the Philadelphia Eagles? What does that make them? Listen to what I'm saying. Everyone was talking about how the Kansas City Chiefs are the greatest team in the history of the NFL. A top team in the history of the NFL, yet they never beat a team as good as the Philadelphia Eagles did against the Kansas City Chiefs, the greatest team. Do you understand? Do you understand what we're doing here? This isn't Inception, okay? This isn't, that difficult to understand. You all are saying that the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes are literally one of the greatest teams and one of the greatest players, the greatest coaching staff in the history of the NFL. And yet they never beat a team as good as the Eagles have. And yet they played worse team than the Eagles have. And yet the Eagles dominated them. I mean, come on, man. So then that makes the Philadelphia Eagles one of the greatest teams in the history of the NFL. Boom. I don't write the rules. I don't make the rules. I just follow them. That's what I always say. Careful when you make statements. Words have meaning. Jalen Hurts balling. Before that garbage time stats from Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes was 20 for 31, 207 yards, 6 sacks, 2 interceptions, and a fumble, and a 78.3 rating. 3 turnovers from Mahomes, 49 yards rushing for the team as a whole. While Jalen Hurts balling, 77% completion percentage, 17 for 22. 221 yards, 2 touchdowns, 10 yards per attempt, a 119 rating, 3 total touchdowns, 11 carries for 72 yards, the leading rusher again in back-to-back Super Bowls. Has the all-time rushing record in Super Bowl history. Just amazing. Working the ball to Dotson, Devontae Smith, that throw to put them up 34-0. You realize when the Philadelphia Eagles were up 34-0. The Kansas City Chiefs didn't even cross the 50-yard line. At that point, the Kansas City Chiefs hadn't even crossed the 50-yard line. Just unbelievable. Time of possession, 37 minutes to 23 minutes, Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, people like Colin saying the Philadelphia Eagles weren't even going to get to the red zone. Yeah? They only got to the red zone 3 times. So I guess maybe you're right. But they just hung 40 on them. Just unbelievable. I mean, it really is. Jalen Hurts had 5 plays of 20 or more yards. Patrick Mahomes was struggling to throw the ball more than 7 yards. I wrote it down somewhere around here. I can't even find it at this point. I got my notes scattered all over the place at this point. I mean, it's just wild. It really, really is. I mean, at halftime, the Kansas City Chiefs had 23 yards, while the Philadelphia Eagles had 24 points. The Philadelphia Eagles had more points than the Kansas City Chiefs had yards. Man, we know. Philadelphia Eagles fans, you took so much heat throughout this year. Week after week after week. Even when they beat the Packers week 1, it wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough. Every single week, it just wasn't good enough. When Jalen Hurts got knocked out of the game, they were like, well, the defense had nothing to do with that. They still gave up a ton of points to Jaden Daniels. Oh, when they scored 55 points and dominated the Commanders, well, that was a close game, actually. Yeah. You can't count on all the turnovers. Philadelphia Eagles just had one of the most dominant playoff runs in NFL history, forcing 13 turnovers in 4 games against the Rams, the Commanders, the Packers, and the Kansas City Chiefs. And don't tell me that this Kansas City Chiefs team wasn't good enough. Don't tell me that. Y'all told me that this team is amazing. Yet the Kansas City Chiefs fans talking about that they're not going to 3-peat, they're going to 4-peat. Bro, the reign is over. The reign is over. And on that note, you know we gotta rock out. You know I got a song for y'all. You guys are gonna like this one. You guys are gonna like this one. So just kick back, relax, and enjoy the beat.
Yeah, yeah, Philly stand up. They said we couldn't do it. Nah, they doubted us all year. But we here now, champs again, Super Bowl locked. Hey yo, hit that beat. No one likes us, we don't care. Bleed green, we everywhere. Doubted us, don't you dare. Stop the Chiefs, and the streak ain't nothing fair. No one likes us, we don't care. Andy and Mahomes, looking scared. Sacrifice goats, no time to spare. No one likes us, we don't care. started from the mud, now we flying like Hurts. Said Jalen wasn't clutch, now they crying it hurts. Talked down on the team, said the coaches were weak. Now we hoisting that Lombardi while they watching in defeat. Patrick Mahomes, nah, he never broke through. Met him at the line, Philly D said, who? All year long, they said we was frauds. Now the trophy in the air while they praying to the gods. Nick Sirianni got the playbook savage. Fans you dialing up pressure, leave Mahomes in damage. AJ and Devontae breaking ankles in the flats, while our secondary feast snatching picks like snacks. No one likes us, we don't care. Bleed green, we everywhere. Doubted us, don't you dare. Stop the Chiefs, and the streak ain't nothing fair. No one likes us, we don't care. Andy and Mahomes looking scared. Sacrifice goats, no time to spare. No one likes us, we don't care. Kansas City came in thinking they were sweet. Mahomes in the pocket, but we brought the heat. Three-peat dreams, now we snatch that crown. Travis Kelce in the dirt while we run this town. Talk about doubters, nah, we don't listen. Kahupa holding strong, never breaking his position. Barkley in the backfield, swift like a ghost. We roast competition while we sacrifice goats. Lane Johnson on the line, that's a wall, no cracks. Every yard we take, there ain't no turning back. Grease them poles, Broad Street go wild. Whole city lit, got that Philly style. Who's doubting now? I yell to the sky. Hurts took the hits, now the MVP ready to fly. Philly to the death, yeah, that's our creed. We grind, we bleed, and we all succeed. No one likes us, we don't care. Bleed green, we everywhere. Doubted us, don't you dare. Stop the Chiefs, and the streak ain't nothing fair. No one likes us, we don't care. Andy and Mahomes looking scared. Sacrifice goats, no time to spare. No one likes us, we don't care. Philly on top, put respect on the name. Climb through the hate, now we own the game. You doubted us once, you won't do it again. Super Bowl champs, now let that reign begin. No one likes us, we don't care.
No one likes us, we don't care. Philadelphia Eagles fans, enjoy this win. Be loud, be obnoxious, be annoying. Because all year, you had to listen to the other side tell you every single day that you're not good enough, that your team's not good enough, that you're delusional, that you're a clown, that you don't know ball, that you don't know what you're talking about, that you're just a hater, a doubter of the greatness of Patrick Mahomes, of Jaden Daniels, of the Rams, of the Packers, of the Cowboys, every other team but the Philadelphia Eagles. Saying that Vic Fangio is not that good of a coordinator, that Saquon Barkley's not that good of a running back, that O-line is not that good anymore, that Jalen Hurts is not that good of a quarterback, that Nick Sirianni not that good. Yeah. Well, that not good team just won the Super Bowl and just beat the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. The Philadelphia Eagles now have 2 Super Bowl wins in their history. And in those 2 Super Bowls, they beat not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 GOATs. Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady. They don't got no easy Super Bowls. They don't got no easy wins against Jimmy Garoppolo, Brock Purdy. They don't got no easy wins. Nah, Philadelphia Eagles beat greatness. Do you know why? Because the Philadelphia Eagles are greatness. You can keep denying it all you want, but they got 20 playoff wins in the last 25 years and 2 Super Bowls in the last 7. They're better than all the other teams that everyone keeps trying to act like they're not. They're better than the 49ers. They're better than the Rams. They're better than the Dallas Cowboys. They're better than the Packers, the Lions, the Bills, the Ravens, the Bengals. Joe Burrow got that Super Bowl. They find a way through it? Nah. Mark Jackson? Nah. Josh Allen, the Buffalo Bills? Nah. I don't think so. Dak Prescott? Nah. Baker Mayfield? Nah. They don't got it. Pittsburgh Steelers? Nope. Cleveland Browns? Nope. 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 Just pure dominance. And again, I'll leave you with this. And I'm going to say it a lot today. Everyone kept saying how this dynasty is historic, how Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT, how this team is unstoppable, that this team is one of the greatest teams, if not the greatest team in NFL history. In the Kansas City Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and Spags. And the Philadelphia Eagles just dominated that team. And they dominated the Kansas City Chiefs in a way that the Kansas City Chiefs never did in their entire dynasty run. So what does that say about the Philadelphia Eagles? Let me know in the comments below. No one likes us. We don't care. But those are just my thoughts. I'd love to hear yours. Again, let me know in the comments below whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun, man. I'm making this video at 3:30 in the morning. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. But I read every single comment. Oh, you know I'll read every single comment on this video. So let me know what your thoughts are. Let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, man, let's just have some fun and do some victory laps. I got no voice because my heart is full. My heart is full. Making music. Ripping takes. But let me know. Please give this video a thumbs up as it really does help with the visibility in the algorithm. Thank you so much. And see you next time.